why do we continue to play make-believe? When we're young, growing up, we wanted to be doctors, lawyers, police officers, firefighters. We go to school, we get older, and we do the same thing. We're playing this, we have one face when we're home and then one face when we're out in the world. And then deep down, we have things we want to try, like becoming an artist, becoming, a writer, an actor, whatever it may be, making videos. But we continue playing make-believe. We continue going to our jobs. We continue acting one way. We continue questioning, what if I tried this? But then we continue thinking like, okay, but what are they going to think if I do that? We need to stop thinking about the things we ought to be doing and just do them. We need to stop playing make-believe. We need to stop living in a lifestyle where it's like, how, because I used to do this myself, where you're one way when you're not around people, then you're another way when you're around people. I try to bridge the gap to where I want to be the same person, whether I'm in my comfort zone or outside of my comfort zone, quote unquote, out in the world or inside the world. I want to be me, because then there's no face you have to wear. There's no mask you have to put on, because you're just being yourself. You don't have to be, oh, well, now I'm going to hang with, John, Bill, and Joe, so I got to put this face on again. It's like, no, you're just yourself. Because a lot of people, I know I myself was one, at some point or another, you grow up, you're around some people, some friends, even acquaintances, people at work. But you want to watch what you say, how you say it, these different things. I don't want to live that kind of life where I'm playing make-believe and I'm acting as someone who's not me. I want to act as someone who's Salim. And you should act and want to act as someone who's you, and that true you. And in us doing that, that's how you attract the people who are in your life who are going to accept you for being you. You can fall into the places you need to fall into. You try those things you want to try. You go to those acting classes. You pick up that new hobby you want to try. You explore that fascination, that imagination. And that's how you find yourself in a life that you actually had some foothold in creating for yourself, whether that's a business, whether that's moving states, whether that's, whatever it may be. But if you keep playing make pretend and keep acting in a way that society expects you to act, and you're not staying true to yourself, you're going to find yourself keep waking up day by day, living a life that you don't want to live. You're doing the same thing. You're wishing something else, but you're doing the same thing every day. You're living to other people's expectations. You're not, exercising, but you're feeling miserable how you look. You're not eating healthier, so you can't think clearly. You're not, you keep doing the same things. You keep drinking alcohol. You keep smoking weed. You keep being lazy. These different things that we're doing, at the end of the day, no matter who did what wrong to us, and this is one thing I had to realize too, especially, we were to blame for our own circumstances, for our own mindset. It's crazy how you view the world and how people view you when you change how you view yourself based on the things you do. Every little choice you make day by day, every active thing you choose to do when you wake up, in those concrete moments, those little wins, is going to help you look at yourself in a better light. And in turn, the world's going to look at you in a better light, because what you're emanating, what you're radiating, is something of confidence. It's something of, oh, I'm happy, I'm proud, because I'm living the kind of person that I think in my mind that I am, so I'm doing it. And that's going to radiate where you go, and people are going to see that. So when you think you're talking to someone and they're like, oh yeah, they're so pleasant to be around, or someone has a certain aura about them, it's that they're just living how they are. And not everyone's gonna like you, that being said, but you're gonna be authentically you. You're gonna be shining your light. And some people are not gonna like your light, which is also okay. Some people don't like strawberries and some people like blueberries. So it's different. So basically what I'm saying is, the key is, we really have to, and truly, and I'm 29 years old now, and I wish I'd done this way earlier, because it's simple, but it's also difficult, because we get so many narratives and different things pushed into our minds from our families, from our friends, from our acquaintances, from just random people and what we see. And all those things that fog and clog your mind, they make you afraid to step into who you are, because you're too worried about thinking about, oh, how are they going to think? But You know, I just started thinking to myself, I'm like, we're only on, you know, I'm in this earth on this body right now, and I'm gonna use it to, you wanna use it in a way and utilize it in a way that feels like you're living a fulfilling life. You don't wanna waste your time in a box, and that box is in your mind of thinking, oh, what if this, what if that? You want your own space to be freeing. You want it to be liberating. You want it to be a life you can live, so you can look at yourself in the mirror and be happy. You can be excited to wake up. You know, you can be excited for your day tomorrow and the next day, the next day. You don't want to live a life to where, and it's a choice, we're choosing it. Even if right now you're at some job or a place you don't like, you're choosing to wake up and be miserable. You're not choosing to wake up and be like, okay, look at it like a journey, like an adventure. When you're playing a video game and you're level 1 and you have to start at the, you know, the local market and get groceries for, you know, the wizard dude down the road, but then you level up and then you're on level 20 and now you have a crazy sword and then some like armor and stuff. You got to go through the levels. Life is the same thing. You have to go through the levels. So for us to get frustrated with the level we're at, well, at least you're still in the game. You know, the game's not over. So what you can do is change your mindset and start changing things. You know, be at the level you're at, change your habits at home. So no matter where you are, you know, I could be working at Fred Meyer's, the grocery store, you know, or any local grocery store. And, you know, I could be miserable there thinking, oh man, well, I hate doing this. I hate changing the garbage. I hate doing that. But at home, I just go home, play video games, and eat junk food. And then I don't really like do anything outside of that to better my brain. And then go to work the next day and complain, oh, I don't like it. And then go home, do the same. What, you know, you're living the same day literally on repeat. You know, you could go home, okay, don't play video games. Maybe go hit the gym. Maybe start eating healthier. Maybe pick up a book, start studying, start exploring your interests, start creating something, start building something, exploring your craft, seeing what you're into. And then once you change those habits, your mindset's already going to change. You're going to see other opportunities that weren't available. You're going to be using your time more productively. And you're just going to be stepping into a realm of reality that you didn't even know was right in front of you because you're just closed-minded to it. You know, so yeah, if you guys take anything from this message, is step into the things you actually want to do in life. You don't need permission. You don't need to get to some certain point first. What you need to do is just start doing the things that person would be doing in that reality, you know? And yeah, put your faith in the Lord and everything will come to fruition. So, you know, guys, just stay true to yourself and yeah, keep pushing.